Hey everybody, it's Katie here. I have a no equipment lower body workout for you so that we can start getting those legs toned and strong. Each exercise will include a body weight exercise and an exercise that you can complete with weights. So you can do this at home with no equipment or in the gym with equipment. And a superset just means that immediately finishing the very first exercise of the pair, you're going to move right on into that second exercise. So here we're doing 1.5 squats. We're going to do 10 of them. And then once we have completed 10 1.5 squats, we are going to move immediately into the next exercise, which is squat jumps. Once we've completed 10 squat jumps, we will rest and then complete that same combination 2 more times before we move on to the next exercise. So this next combination of exercises is going to be a lunge focused. So the very first exercise is called a split lunge. You can do this with your foot up on a couch, a bench, a chair, anything that elevates it off of the ground, focusing on pushing up through that front leg in the quad. Make sure that that knee is not going over the toe, but you are instead creating a 90-degree angle when you get to your lowest point of your lunge, and then push right on up through. As you can see, the weighted version on the right includes holding dumbbells on each side. Remember that weights do not have to be physical dumbbells or barbells or kettlebells. If you have 2-gallon jugs, hold one in each hand, and there you go. You have 2 spectacular weights for your workout. It is going to be superset with a front lunge knee drive. So you are in a front lunge, you're driving up through that front leg and getting that knee nice and high up to your chest and coming right back in to that lunge. Okay, once you have completed 8 of them, you will switch legs and drive right on through. This is definitely going to be a burnout after completing those split lunges, so be prepared for those quads to burn, but just know that you are getting so strong, and I am so proud of you. This one right here, one of my personal favorites. It is going to get your heart rate up while working on your legs as a whole. So you're going to go into a side lunge, get nice and low. Remember that you can bend that, quote, straight leg if you need to. If the flexibility isn't there, that is a-okay. The more you do these, the easier it will get for you. But going straight from that side lunge, driving up with that outside leg, and then stepping up and driving the knee. It is going to be a full lower body burner while also getting your heart rate up. It's going to feel awful, but great at the same time. You're going to do 10 and then switch on over to the other leg. Remember that you can be stepping up on just about anything. It could be a stair, it could be a chair, it could be a couch. Okay, if you're at the gym, it could be a bench or a plyo box. Okay, it is entirely up to you and the equipment that you have available to you. Here, I have a futon, and I just put the plate there for a little bit sturdier footing.
Grammarly can help. This sentence is grammatically correct, but it's wordy and hard to read. It undermines the writer's message, and the word choice is bland. Grammarly's cutting-edge technology helps you craft compelling, understandable writing that makes an impact on your reader. Much better. Are you ready to give it a try? Installation is simple and free. Visit Grammarly.com today.
Supersetting those beauties with step-up switches. These are quick. Make sure you're driving up through that front leg. You get a little bit of float time before you switch. Make sure you're not really pushing off that foot that is on the ground, but instead focusing the strength through that quad that is up on the step, the plate, the box, whatever it is you are step switching with. Good mornings. So even though this exercise we won't be doing with a lot of weight, our form is really important. We need a micro bend in that knee. You're hinging at the hips and pushing those glutes, pushing that tailbone back while keeping that back nice and straight. Shoulders back, shoulders up. Okay, keep that head up. Don't tuck the chin. You're going to be driving back up through the hamstrings and the glutes until you stand all the way up and head right back down. But that micro bend in the knee is super, super important. We're not bending all the way like we're doing a squat or even like a deadlift. It's really just a micro bend to protect the knee joint. Supersetting those with some squat punches, nice and wide, sumo style squat. Your toes can be facing slightly outward if you please. All right, going deep into that squat, standing up and cross punch with each arm. It might feel a little bit awkward, but don't worry, especially if you can add a little 2 or 5 or even a 10-pound weight. These will start to get your upper body going as well, which will really put that sweat in, get that heart rate up, and really contribute to your workout. Side lunge transfers are the first exercise in our next combination. We're staying nice and low. Remember what we talked about earlier, that straight quote leg can be slightly bent if that is what you need in order to complete the exercise, but you are just sliding, gliding right across. So these bridge reaches are great for the superset. It really elongates those muscles while also working on the glute. So you're in a little bit of a crab position, pushing up through those glutes, pushing your hips up to the sky, and then reaching back and across your body with your hand. It feels phenomenal. Such a good stretch while also contributing to muscle growth. We have made it to our final combination of exercises. We are starting this one with a sit-up to a bridge. Remember, on that bridge, we are driving up with the hips, squeezing with the glutes. Finishing up by supersetting with a single leg bridge until you scare your cat away, of course. But single leg tends to be a little tougher. Make sure that you're really focusing on keeping everything nice and even. You don't want to be leaning or tilting any one way. Pushing up through that glute. We're going to do 8 on each side, so don't forget to switch. One side will definitely feel stronger than the other, and that's okay, but keep working at it. I hope that you enjoyed this workout, that your lower body is on fire, and you're ready to crush your day.